Why intelligent people often feel alone. Have you ever felt like the deeper your thoughts go, the harder it becomes to connect with others? Like you're walking through life in a fog of surface-level conversations, trying not to drown in small talk while your mind is orbiting around bigger questions? If you've ever felt that way, you're not broken. In fact, you're not alone. You're just thinking in a world that's trained to avoid thinking too much. Throughout history, deep thinkers have always existed on the edge of society. From ancient philosophers like Heraclitus to modern minds like Simone Weil, those who dared to look beyond the veil of everyday life often found themselves misunderstood, if not outright rejected. But why is that? Why is deep thought, something that should be admired, so often met with discomfort, silence, or worse, dismissal? Let's dive in. At the core of this tension lies something deeply human, our fear of the unfamiliar. When someone speaks with depth questioning what most accept without a second thought, they disrupt the mental autopilot most people rely on. And that disruption doesn't feel enlightening, it feels threatening. Think about it like this. When you meet someone stronger than you might feel inspired to train. When you see someone more successful, you might feel motivated to improve. But when you encounter someone who thinks more deeply, something different happens. You don't just see someone who's ahead. You see someone who challenges your framework of reality. And that's not inspiring. It's unsettling. This is what philosophers call epistemic discomfort, the psychological unease that arises when our beliefs are challenged. For most people, beliefs aren't just ideas, they're identity. So when a deep thinker questions those beliefs, it feels less like a debate and more like an attack on the self. And let's be honest, most people would rather protect their comfort than question their convictions. This is why the deep thinker, whether a philosopher, a scientist, or just someone who sees the world differently, is often pushed to the margins. But the problem runs deeper than just discomfort. Society isn't structured for deep thinking. It's structured for efficiency, productivity, and conformity. In school, you're rewarded for the right answer, not the thoughtful question. At work, you're expected to follow protocol, not ponder meaning. In conversation, people want quick laughs and simple opinions, not meditations on morality or existence. So what happens to the deep thinker in a world like this? They begin to feel out of place, like a radio tuned to a different frequency. They crave depth in a culture addicted to speed. They seek meaning in a world obsessed with metrics. And in doing so, they become outsiders. But here's the twist. That isolation isn't a weakness. It's a signal. It means you're not numbing yourself with noise. It means you're actually awake. Modern psychology even supports this. Studies have shown that people with high cognitive complexity, those who think in layered, nuanced ways often, experience more loneliness. Not because they're incapable of connection, but because they seek genuine connection in a world full of masks. And yet, even with that challenge, deep thinkers are essential. Why? Because they're the ones who plant the seeds of progress. They ask the uncomfortable questions. They challenge the illusions. They hold up a mirror not to mock others, but to awaken them. Of course, mirrors are rarely popular, especially when they show something we'd rather not see. But the truth is this: society doesn't grow through comfort, it grows through friction. And deep thinkers are that friction. They are the ones who see the cracks in the system, the contradictions in culture, the emptiness behind success. And in doing so, they offer something rare: clarity. So if you often feel like the odd one out, if you find yourself lost in thought while others chase distraction, don't silence your mind just to fit in. Your depth might not make you popular, but it will make you powerful in the most authentic way. Because while the world praises what is loud, it is the quiet depth that changes everything. And maybe, just maybe, being misunderstood is the price of seeing clearly. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe.